Ryusoul change.
Welcome back to Knights, my ongoing Super Sentai web series where I explore characters through words, style, toys, and more. Today we will be formally introduced to Bomba, the black Ryusoul from the 43rd Super Sentai season, Kishiru Sentai Ryusoul. Once again, if you need context and would like to catch up to this episode, please go check out episodes 1 through 4 in my Knights playlist on my channel. Bomba truly is the black sheep of the family. While red, blue, pink, and green demonstrate multiple acts of heroism for those they do not know, Bomba is the type of person to only fight for individuals he cares about, not paying much attention to the feelings of others. This isn't to say that he takes his job any less seriously. In fact, it's safe to say that he is the most devoted to the task of defeating the Minosaurs and fighting the Druidons. But he actually enters our story as an antagonist to our heroes, which is why Bomba is my most anticipated character to talk about. In this episode, we will learn what it means to wear black, how our past affects our present, and the heroic act of trust in its simplest form: friendship. In the early episodes of the series, also known as the Tank Joe arc, the green and black Ryusoul are introduced as being a dynamic duo that refuse to work with others. Once it is discovered that Minosaurs come from individual humans, Bomba's quick and easy solution is to kill the human host of the monster. And this is not a one-episode ordeal. Bomba consistently resorts to wanting to kill a human in order to potentially save others. With no hesitation in this type of decision making, it is communicated to us that Bomba definitely would, could, and maybe even has killed innocent people before. Bomba is the type to cross that line. It takes a very long time for Bomba to actually like the others, and the development is actually a very engaging storyline to follow. In truth, he is one of the only members that gets a thorough character arc. In episodes 5 and 6, Bomba and Toa work with the main trio to fight off the first dangerous Druidon general to be introduced to us, Tank Joe, the one that killed Ko's master and inadvertently killed Asuna and Melto's master too. It has been some time since we saw that, but as a reminder, the red, blue, and pink trio we know now were thrusted into their roles, still in training at the time the series started.
ならばドルイドン最強このタンク嬢様がまとめてあの世に送ってやる。カタソール。
Initially, this gap in experience is represented in the story, where both Toa and Bomba look like masters compared to the other three. Leading up to the fight against Tank Joe, Bomba agrees to work in a team simply because his brother is injured, and in episode 5 it looks like our team is strong enough to actually kill Tank Joe. It's a beautiful sunset setting, and Bomba is able to combine with his Kishiru, and the Mill Noodle formation overpowers Tank Joe with its strong defense and even more aggressive offense. Both Bomba and his mecha are sharp, dangerous, and all about overpowering their opponents. While I write about Bomba and think about him as more than just a trope, I see an older version of myself in him. A younger, angrier, less trusting version of myself. I'm happy to say that I no longer associate with his feelings. I have made strides to love in the moment. So when I am faced with Bomba, the last true soldier of our team, I cannot find a part of him that I relate to anymore. It's not that he doesn't have any redeeming qualities, but this story, for him, is about becoming the leader he is supposed to be. And that is heroic for anyone.
Ryusoul change.
Ryusoul cool.
Hate the way that the world's turning. I learned to swim, but I'm still drowning. Got the silver bullet, but I can't load it. You're a hologram in Wonderland, and I'll watch you wash away. I learned to swim.
Ryusoul change. So if you didn't know, this is the style section of the video, and it gives me a chance to really think about these characters past just what I'm seeing on the screen. And I have to say that this process has been a challenge the entire time this series has been going. And I finally feel like in this episode, I nailed it. Maybe it was easier because all I had to do was focus on the color black, which there's a lot more variety when it comes to that. But I think I just understood the assignment, and I'm really happy about that. And because I feel like I've done a pretty good job with Bomba's character, translating the traits of that character into an outfit that I see myself wearing, this is going to be pretty brief, probably. So let's start with the shoe. It is a chunky black men's heel. I don't have anything like this, and when I found this earlier last month, I was so excited because this screams Bomba. I do think that the style here is maybe a little short, maybe a little Charlie Chaplin-y, but with an all black outfit, I think it brings a certain vibe, and I thought it worked really well for this fit. Then moving up, I wore a high-waisted black slacks with pleats at around the waist. I think they fit me really well, they're really comfortable, and to me it was the most formal thing in this outfit. Moving up from there, I tucked in a black turtleneck. Not the biggest turtleneck fan, but I'm warming up to it. I think it looks good, and covering myself up as much as possible to me also felt like something Bomba would do. On top of everything, I put on this nice Gap black overcoat that I found while I was thrifting. I think specifically this was only $15 or something, and I've been wearing it a lot recently in my work outfits just to bring it up a little bit, you know? And that covers really everything that was clothing related. I did have a few rings, specifically like pretty chunky, thick, heavy rings. And then while I was actually getting footage for this, I stumbled upon a art market and found a beautiful, beautiful necklace. Pretty expensive, not gonna lie, but it just called out to me, and I think it worked really well. And honestly, like, it kind of looks like the mecha. That's kind of goofy, but it was spiky, like a stegosaurus. All of this is to say that with the different textures, different layers, different black articles of clothing going on, I walked around feeling like Bomba, and to me that felt like I was confident, I was cool, sexy, but also dark and reserved. Not shy, but not open to interaction with people. I was not very inviting at all whatsoever, and that's not how I feel as a person. So in that sense, it was interesting to walk around in all black. Thank you for watching this little style section. I had a lot of fun this month, and I hope you liked it too. Now we'll head into our character study episode, part 1 of that at least, and I'll see you there. The character study episode that we will be watching today is episode 13, titled The Prime Minister is from the Ryusoul tribe. I wanted to focus on this episode since it is not the most action-packed, and I think it highlights where Bomba stands 13 episodes into our 48 episode show. Our episode opens with the main trio watching TV. Breaking news, Japan's Prime Minister has been rushed to the hospital because of an injury. Ui calls for the group's attention from the other room. Ui has stumbled upon a conspiracy theory that the Prime Minister has been alive for a very long time. Meanwhile, at the hospital, our Green and Black Knights pay the Prime Minister a visit, where it is revealed that the Prime Minister knows of Ryusouls and also knows our Bomba-chan. After our opening song, the Prime Minister expresses their many lives they have been able to live outside of the Ryusoul tribe. Bomba asks the most pressing question, however, what does she need from them?
私のマイナスを倒して元気なの産んじゃいました。あ、待って。でもすぐにはダメ。え？あとちょっとでマイナスは完全体になる。そしたら倒して。
ダメだよ。マイナスが完全体になったらあんたは
死ぬ。分かってる。え？それでいい。
死にたいのか？
お願いを聞いてくれたら、あなたたちのマスターのことも教えてあげる。
The Prime Minister manipulates Toa and Bomba to help assist in her own death. A darker storyline that we are not used to. Which is why I see this episode being Bomba focused. On their walk home, the two brothers discuss the ethics of the Prime Minister's requests. And a beam of light hits a couple walking by, and they immediately get into a fight. The Minosaur then reveals himself, her Minosaur, a lively one. Toa hesitates as they head into battle. During the fight, Toa is hit with an attack and admits to Bomba that he would like to wait until the Minosaur is close to complete so that he can learn more about their mysterious master. Bomba offers the advice that they will continue their duty no matter what happens. We cut back to the hospital to see that the Prime Minister has another visitor.
ノックぐらいして。
死にたいなら俺がやってやろうか。
あなたも私と同じ。居場所がなくてさまよってる。
Guy Sorg. Their conversation is casual and she is not afraid. We do get some insight into what our mysterious Purple Knight values. The Prime Minister then visits another patient's room, and it is revealed to us why she is accepting death. It's the most tragic thing that has happened in this show so far.
ごめんね。私だけおばあちゃんにならないで。
Our heroes then find the Minosaur and jump into battle. The Truth Ray attack hits Asuna and she aims her honest opinions towards Melto. And it is kind of nice to see these characters disagree with each other for once. Back in the hospital, Bomba listens to the pleas of the Prime Minister. The tragedy of having to stay young as your loved ones get old and die was just too much. And death was an escape to this feeling. I will let the scene speak for itself.
今度こそ愛する人と一緒に死ねる。
そのためにマイナスが多くの人間を傷つけても
守るべき総理が聞いてあげれるな。
総理だとかそんなの関係ないの。私自身の幸せを求めちゃいけないの。
お前は竜相族だ。お前は竜相族として生まれた。カードゲームと同じ配られたカードで勝負するしかないんだ。死んで逃げようとするな。
Staring at the phone with the world outside. Don't think I noticed.
This month, I was thinking about forgiveness. To me, Bamba is all about forgiveness. And it really comes into play with other relationships. Friends, partners, family, anyone that means something to us. I don't have a script for this. It would be too difficult and not authentic. So these words are just ramblings on my microphone that I've edited down to make sense. And in this series, I've been able to think about these characters day to day and little moments of time where I can. And to be honest with you, 6 months ago, this series was started because I needed a creative outlet, because I was hurting, because I had gotten out of a relationship that I felt betrayed me. And it's taken a very long time for me to heal. And that initial hurt is no longer there. That initial anger is no longer there. The frustration and confusion do not matter as much. And I could have gone down a path similar to Bamba at the start of this series. It's easier that way. People can't hurt you if they're not in your life to hurt you. But obviously, we know that that's not a life worth living. To get hurt in something intimate and to not let it change you is almost impossible. But to remain open and vulnerable with people is what I chose to do. And for a character like Bamba, beginning to like people again is more significant than any superpower in this show. So while he's closed off from people at the beginning of this series, we see that by the end of it, he loves these people. It's a simple story. It gets the job done. But there's a reason that it always works, and it's because at any moment in our lives, it could be relatable. After our break, we dive back into the action. Bamba regroups with the others, and for once it feels as if he's thinking about someone other than himself and his brother. It's like he has a responsibility to defeat this specific Minosaur. Both the Kishiru, Tiramigo, and Dime Volcano are hit with the Truth Ray and get into a fight. Yet they happen to share some things with each other that are long overdue. Speaking your truth has its place in this world. Ko defeats the Minosaur, and our Prime Minister is saved. And it's heartbreaking. A heavy topic, handled with care that is safe to not send the wrong message. Living, choosing to live, is a brave act in this world. Yet our Prime Minister does continue to run away from some of their responsibilities, and Toa and Bamba do not get to learn anything about their master.
死んで逃げようとするな。カードゲームと同じ配られたカードで勝負するしかないんだ。
As day becomes night, Bamba stops Toa from trying to find the Prime Minister, and Bamba lives up to his own ideals about playing the cards you were dealt. In conclusion, this episode is not the most exciting or even one that progresses the plot all that much. But I think the intent of this episode was to show us that some of these real-life feelings cannot be overcome with just superpowers or upbeat personalities. And Bomba is given a platform to use his reasonable side as a force for good.
今はそう信じている。
いつかまた会える？
それまで俺たちはやるべきことをやるだけだ。
Doesn't quite feel like it, but I'm done. And I think it doesn't feel like it because specifically for Bomba, I wasn't able to capture his entire arc because we're not that far in the story yet. So I was only able to talk about the initial pain that we see from this character in about the first 15 episodes. That being said, I'm pretty happy with this. Again, I think it just gets a little bit better each time as I get better at editing as well. To be honest, some of the things that I discussed in this were a bit difficult for me to be vulnerable with online, and at first there was concern that I was putting too much of my own life into it, but that's what this is for me. I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you so much for watching if you made it this far, or if you've watched this episode or all of them up until now. I really appreciate it. I make these for me, but I try to make them entertaining for you. Next month will be a bit different. We have completed the 5 core members of the Ryusoul team, and before we get to that 6th one, there's something we have to do. If you like this video, please consider liking, subscribing, or even commenting. Stay tuned for more content, and with that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
笑っていられるのも今のうちだ、竜奏者。It's showtime!